Hello and welcome to another edition of Spartan Spotlight. I'm Mark Janzen, your host, and today we have Ben Ball on to talk all about the setting position. Everything to do with what he has to do, what he prepares, how he calls plays and everything, and find out exactly what the setter does. Thanks a lot for coming today. No problem. First off, just talk about how you got to become a setter. Were you always wanting to be a setter?
No, actually, I wanted to be a right side for a long time, up to grade 10. I was the right side, and then that summer I tried out for TBC, and they said if I want to be on the team, I'm going to have to be a setter. So kind of after that, started to be a setter because it was more successful.
Mm-hmm. So kind of describe, when you're out there setting, what do you look for on every play? Is there a checklist of things you kind of follow, or what is it like when you're setting up?
Yeah, I'm looking on the other side, like for the opponent. Their weak blockers, we want to expose their weak blockers. If there's an undersized person, we want to overload, send a couple players at that blocker so they have a lot more to think about. And then so the middles will have to help out with that. And then that leaves the big guys isolated.
So are you calling these are you setting this up pre-serve? Is that your job?
Yeah, before every serve I give everyone a signal. We have signals for the plays, so I give everyone a signal, and then that's the serve-receive play that we're going to have.
So how much of it is improv, and then how much is set plays during the course? I mean, you set up the first play, but after that, how much is it?
So we set up the first play on serve-receive, and then I also give a free ball play, which is if the team is just bumping the ball over because they're in trouble. So I got to play for that, and then all other things like if we dig the ball, that's more improv with the middles audibling and stuff like that.
So when it comes to guys like, let's say, Rudy Verhoof or Josh Dornball, which you've set for a number of years, is it a matter, do they even need to say things, or is there still a lot of talking, or do you almost know where they are?
It's come to a point where we know where we are with our systems and stuff, and so we have to set things, and then so they can call, like they call short when I'm close to them, they can call short. So it's still calling plays based on our system, but I kind of can predict what they're going to call.
Right. What would you say is kind of the hardest part of being a setter? What do you find tricky?
I would say probably sequencing, like not letting the other team like catch on to what you're trying to do, like changing things up before they figure you out. So you can't do the same thing over and over again because they're going to eventually figure it out. You got to do the same thing, and then when you think they're about to figure it out, you change it up. So they're always one step behind.
Is part of learning how to be a good setter is kind of masking what you're going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to be very unpredictable, like during the whole match, and you kind of want to know what they're thinking you're going to do, and then you've got to do the opposite. So you got to be unpredictable, but you also you have to be very organized.
Mm-hmm. So is setting is it a good comparison to say it's kind of like a football quarterback where you're running the show on your side?
Yeah, it's pretty much like a quarterback, but not quite as complex because not as many players.
Right. Are you going home and doing homework like a football quarterback might or not?
Not so much like that, no.
Yeah. So what do you feel you've learned the most since, or what have you improved since you've come to Trinity, and the first couple of years you were splitting duties and now you're a full-time setter?
I would say the sequencing, what I was talking about, like not so much falling into the same rhythm of what I'm doing, and also like being intentional of what I'm doing, like not so much just random setting, like having an actual plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Has it been different this year with some of your guys injured and various, you've had a lot of big guys this year. How has that changed how you play?
Yeah, it's been very different. Everyone's playing different positions, or a lot of people are playing different positions this year, so it's pretty much a completely different team, which we didn't expect, so it's a lot different, but we're really big this year, so that's helping a lot.
Do you like that? Do you like having does it help your game?
Yeah, it does. It gives a lot of confidence, like knowing that we're able to stop teams a lot with our block and stuff, so that helps with confidence, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the aspect of setting is almost like, you say it's like a quarterback, but it doesn't have the cachet of a quarterback. Sometimes like you see the big kills and everyone gets excited. People don't really stand up and cheer as a great set. Does that bother you at all, or do you care?
No, I don't care. I really enjoy setting. Like it's a lot of fun. So, and I like helping my team out with everything. So.
Yeah. How complex is your guys' system? Is it compared to other schools or what you've done before?
I would say it's pretty complex. It's getting more complex as the season goes as well, because we have a lot of the same players, so we can keep on adding things. So I can't really know from like other teams' systems, like we don't know their entire systems, but I would say ours is a bit more complex.
Mm-hmm. So finally, my question is about your hairstyle. How long have you been sporting that?
I think we started last year, like almost a year ago.
And what made you start that?
I don't know, a couple of the guys on our team said they were going to start growing their hair out, so I said I would too. I guess Mark and Rudy got in on it too.
Yeah?
So a lot of people started too.
So you like them all kind of look?
I don't mind it.
Alright, now we're going to kind of go back in time here and go back to the final game of the Spartans Christmas Classic, or Holiday Classic, where they played Calgary and beat Calgary 3-0. Just kind of talk to Ben about what decisions he had to make and what kind of plays he set up inside that game.
So what we wanted to do early in this game was establish a middle presence. So we wanted to be set in middle really early to get their middles popping with our middles and committing, so we could later on in the match get set up for our wing hitters, like one-on-one. So yeah, so I call a middle play on this, and I think I call him for a 40, which is just right in front of me. But as you'll see here, the pass is a little off, so he audibles a 60, which is right behind me. So I called the play, but he did audible it because of the pass. So there are reactions to the middles, and then so now we got the middle jumping with our middles. So then later on in this set, I can use that on good passes to set wing balls, and so they can be one-on-one. So here I set a middle ball in transition, and as you can see, three of their blockers all jumped and blocked with him with the middle. So after this play, I can assess the play, what happened. We did score, but I know now that they're really worried about our middles. So now I know next time I can sell the middle set and flick outside, and then we could have like a one-on-one or even maybe a one-on-0 for a free kill with the wings. Okay, so before this play, I know that they're now really worried about our middles. So I called Dan on just a 40 again, and Micaiah passes. I sell the middle ball and then get Micaiah the ball because their wing blocker helped out with the middle because they know that they're a big threat right now. So I got them thinking about the middles. So that's when I know they're going to help. So that's when I flick it over to the wing hitters so they can have a free swing, hopefully. Okay, so here it's at the end of the set, and we're winning 23-21, and we're in need of a side out, like they're serving to us. So right now it's almost you abandon game plan and go to your go-tos. And so in this situation, Rudy would be my go-to on the wing because he's our high volume guy. So right now I'm thinking it's a good pass. I'll try to sell middle and set Rudy. And even if they go with him, I trust that Rudy's going to make a good shot and hopefully score. So he probably knows he's getting this set too. And then he even though two blockers went with him, he made a really nice shot high off hands and scored a very important point for us. So here I got Rudy in the back row. And so we try, like I run a pipe ball with him, which you'll see, he's right there. We dig the ball, and then it's kind of an off pipe ball, which kind of, it's a different play that they haven't seen yet in the game. So then that just keeps them like thinking, oh, they've got a lot of plays that they can run. So this could maybe help out us in the next set because they know that we do run the pipe ball. Mm-hmm. So this is more like prepping for the next set, more so than actually just trying to win this set right away, just doing basic things.
Well, that maybe gave you a little bit of insight into what Ben Ball and what other setters might do, but specifically Ben here with Trinity Western. Thank you very much for giving us some insight and letting us know what's going on, and good luck the rest of the year as you guys look towards hosting Nationals eventually in March. This has been Ben Ball, setter for the Spartans men's volleyball team. I'm Mark Janzen, and you've been watching Spartan Spotlight.